How's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well. Right, today I'm going to be doing some very, very nice Mexican tacos. Yep, and I know it looks really, really busy down there. As you can see, I've got a lot going on. But trust me, when everything starts coming together, you'll notice that, okay, it's not that bad after all. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to make the taco seasoning. You can buy the packets if you wanted to, but you get all the extra additives and preservatives and blah, 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 blah. And it is easy to make it yourself, so really don't worry about that. Now I'm going to be using taco shells. I was going to make them myself, but the local store didn't have any corn flour, so okay, taco shells. Now the taco shells, the crunchy shells, they're more of an American thing than actual Mexican thing. But yeah, we just go with the flow. You can use some small fajitas if you wanted to. It is absolutely fine, but I will be using the crunchy taco shells. Now, let's start over here. What will you actually need? So I've got some bell peppers there, which I will be finely chopping and lightly frying off. I've got some lettuce there, which is just a topping at the end of the putting it together, just for a little bit of garnish. The avocados for the guacamole, fresh coriander, limes, cheese, of course. I've got one red onion for the guacamole and one white onion. Now I'm doing a mixed meat taco, so I'm using chicken and beef. Now I'm using chicken thighs as always. They're a good all-rounder, very, very tasty, equal to chicken breast, I would say, any day of the week. You can just use beef mince if you wanted to, or you could just use the chicken. It is absolutely up to you, but I'm doing both. So let's pop them over there. So where are we? Okay, you will need 18 of chopped tomatoes, some red kidney beans, which we will be mashing. Yes, mashing, trust me. Some sour cream and chive dip. Some garlic puree. Now you can use garlic granules if you wanted to, which I will be doing actually when I make that taco seasoning and show you how to do that. But when it comes to the guacamole, I will be using my puree. You can use granules if you wanted to, but I like the flavour more from the puree. And that is really basically it, he says. As you're sat there sweating, trust me, you'll be absolutely fine. So I've already done that taco seasoning, and that's what you get in the end of it. Absolutely beautiful and smells so good. Absolutely beautiful. That cumin, I've mentioned it before. If you've watched some of my videos before, it's got that nice citrus smell in the background. Absolutely fantastic. So what will you need for that taco seasoning? So smoked paprika, you can use normal. I, however, like the smoked paprika. Ground cumin, onion granules. Now, never use the salts for this. I know you get garlic salts and onion salts. No. No, 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 no. So, onion granules, some garlic granules. Could do with a new pot of that. Some ground coriander, hot chili powder. Now you can use chili flakes if you wanted to, absolutely no problem at all. Some oregano, some black pepper and some salt. So we'll do that first of all and just quickly do a quick video of how to put that together. Then we'll move on to the guacamole and then last the meat and the seasoning and start putting it out all together. So let's do that. Okay, so for the taco seasoning, very easy to do, very straightforward. Now, as I just said, you can go out and buy the packet stuff if you wanted to, but there's a lot of additives in there, there's a lot of preservatives, and if you've got a spice rack at home, and majority of people have, which was bought Christmas, 10 years ago, never used, then it's a good time to start using some of the spices that you've got. So for the taco seasoning, what will you need? Get yourself a teaspoon and 2 teaspoons of oregano. Now I'm using smoked paprika because I like that little bit of smokiness in the background. You can use normal paprika if you wanted to, if you've got that in your spice rack and you haven't got smoked. Don't worry about it. A level teaspoon of the smoked paprika. Cumin, a teaspoon of cumin. Love that stuff, really, really do. A level teaspoon of onion granules. Level teaspoon of ground coriander. Half a teaspoon of garlic granules. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. Half a teaspoon of salt. Now, I've deliberately left this till last, the chili powder. Now, it's one of those things, you either like really spicy tacos or just everyday, nice, mild, tasty tacos. It is up to you. You are the master of the taco. So, if you're using hot chili powder, then I would say use half a teaspoon. If you're using the flakes, I would say again half a teaspoon, because the thing is with the flakes, when you put them into the mixture, they start to rehydrate and that capsicum starts to get released, and the chili flakes can get a little bit overpowering if you're not too careful. So it's best to throw caution to the wind, and it's easier to add than it is to take away when you've done something like that. So a word of warning. So for myself, I'm just going to use half a teaspoon of chili powder. So you get your pot, your pestle and mortar, and you give it a nice mix up. Like so, and the smell from it is absolutely beautiful. It really is good. Now, don't worry if you're only using, say, if there's just 2 of you and you just use a small pack of mince, then just add to seasoning, taste it, see how you go. This will keep. So if you get yourself, I don't know, an empty spice bottle or an old glass, salt shaker or whatever, everyone's got one of them in the cupboard stored away somewhere. You just keep them, don't you? One of them, what do they call them? Cellars, I don't know. One of them. Grinders. Make up your own name. I ain't bothered. So, there you go. So that's how you make your taco seasoning. So that's that done. Let's move on to the guacamole. And I'm back. I've already made a start on the avocados there. Alongside that, I've grated the zest off 2 limes. However, I'm just going to keep 1 lime back for the juice to go in there. Along with that, I have finely chopped the coriander, or cilantro, as it is sometimes called, and finely chopped a red onion. Into there, I'm also going to add half a teaspoon of garlic puree. Now, if you've got garlic granules, a level teaspoon of garlic granules. Half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, you can put tomatoes to finely chop some tomatoes as well and pop them in there if you want to. I'm choosing not to for this one. Also, some people put in some chopped jalapenos. Now, yes, you can do that, but with all the spices and everything else that's going to go on when it all comes together, I think it's just going to be too much going on. However, if you do like spicy stuff, then some chopped jalapenos in there as well. It is totally up to you. However, for this, I am choosing not to. So, I've got 1 more avocado to do. So I'll crack on with that and start mashing everything together, which takes a little bit of time to do, but it's well worth it in the end. Little quick safety tip for you: if you're doing your avocados and you're a bit with using a knife, just get a small knife, place it on a tea towel so you don't slip and cut your fingers, and just take the knife all the way around like so, and the knife will naturally bottom out on that internal seed of the avocado. So you just go right the way around like so, and then it is just a matter of twist, and there you go, job done. Remove the seed with a spoon, scoop it out, and you're ready to rock and roll. So I'll finish that up and then we'll get on to the next stage and take it from there. But things are starting to look a lot less busy than what they did originally, so don't worry, stick with me. Are you ready for the next stage? You are? Good. Right, bell peppers. I've finally chopped those and I'm going to lightly fry them off, just so that they soften off, start to get a little dark around the edges, nothing too major. That is that stage. I have also mashed the red kidney beans. You've mashed red kidney beans? Yes, I have indeed. Are you insane? Well, yes I am, but that's for a whole new YouTube video. Anyway, that's not why you called. I've mashed the red kidney beans. I'm going to fry them off, and then we'll get on to doing the meat. See, it's not that great deal left, is there, apart from the lettuce that's still in the fridge, and that's mine, by the way. That's got nothing to do with anything. So yeah, see, what looked really busy is now just that. So I'm going to lightly fry these off, and then we'll get to finally chopping the chicken and frying off the beef. Chop the onion, add a little bit of tomato to it all, and it will start to come together beautifully. Right then, let's do that. Okay folks, just a quickie. Everybody likes a quickie, don't they, eh? Woohoo! As you can see, just starting to darken with the peppers. That's all you need. Job done. So that's what you're looking for with the peppers. Over here, I'm chopping the chicken. I chop the chicken. So I'll get that done, and then we'll move on to chopping the onion and start putting everything together. It's good, isn't it? Okay, so here we go. I've finally chopped the chicken. I've put the minced beef in there, and I finally chopped the large white onion. That's gone in there as well. So I'm going to brown that off, and as always, I'm going to push everything to one side and drain off that excess fat. I don't want it at all. It's up to you whether you keep that fat in there or not. I personally think there's absolutely no point in having that in there. Get rid of it. So that's what I'll do. So I'm going to brown that off, then I'm going to add the mashed red kidney beans, the tomatoes, and once it's drained off, then I will add the seasoning. You don't want to add the seasoning at this point, because obviously when you drain it off, all that flavour is going to start to go out. So that's what I'm going to do now. And finally add those grilled off peppers, or fried off peppers I should say. So for this I'm using my Dutch oven. Absolutely fantastic piece of kit. You can do so much with them. Slow cooking, roasting, baking. Yeah, you can even do puddings in here, and plus it's oven friendly as well. So there's just so much you can do with them. So if you haven't got one, I would advise you to go and purchase one. I really would. So let's get on with it. So that beef, chicken and onion, that's done now. I've drained the excess fat, so it's nice and dry. So at this stage we can start adding the magic. So you get your taco seasoning, either bought or made. If it was my choice, make it your own. Just, there's no question for me. So, here we go. Put some of the seasoning in. And just start to bring that together. And whack! Oh, the smell is absolutely divine. And just add the rest of that there. As you can see, I'm doing quite a large batch, and if you're doing a smaller batch, then obviously keep your taco seasoning in a little plastic bag or somewhere. It will keep for a very, very long time, so you've always got some on hand. So next I'm going to add the chopped tomato, just a little bit, so I don't want to get it too soggy, too thin I should say. So I want to try and keep everything together. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, if you could smell this, goodness me. Fantastic. And the rest of that, along with that, we shall pop our mashed kidney beans, and these really do add a very, very nice flavour, and is not uncommon for a Mexican taco, trust me, because I've been watching and reading and learning up, and because that's what I do and that's what I enjoy. And just bring that together. Already looking absolutely fantastic. Wow. And finally we shall get our fried off peppers. Pop those in and fold that in. Like so. Fantastic. So what I will do now is turn the gas off and just let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes before I actually start to serve, so all them flavours can start to meet and greet each other, and really make this very, very special indeed. So yeah, next stage is the serving stage. Oh yes. Right, we're ready to do this, so let's do this. The tacos have just come out of the oven, so I'm going to use a tea towel because they are very, very warm. And when you're holding that in your palm of your hand without something like that, it gets toasty really, really quick. So let's get some of this mixture in there. There we go. A little bit of cheese. Some finely chopped lettuce. Some sour cream. A little bit more there. And just to top it off in the middle, some of our guacamole. like so. Check that out. And that is, let's put it down there so you can take a good look. Here's a taco. Let's do another one, shall we? Let's do another one. I'll get some mixture. It smells so good. Wow. So good. Push that right down. Fantastic. Bit of cheese. Like so. Your lettuce. I don't know about you folks, but my mouth is watering. Oh yeah. Some of that sour cream and chive. And in the middle, a nice dollop of guacamole. Some guaci. And there you go. 2 tacos ready to go. Oh, so if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Even better, click subscribe, it would mean the world to me. And I will catch you on the next video. I'll catch you later, folks.